Happy holidays, everybody. My name is Robert Coutu. I'm the Director of Menu Development for Sage Dining Services. And today we're going to show you how to build a board, specifically a cheese board. Boards are very popular right now. They're versatile, they're trendy, they're a great way to throw a party. You can change them up and you can get people moving around. No one knows for sure how cheese came about, but the making of it dates back to the time when humans first domesticated animals, somewhere around 5500 BCE. It has been noted in ancient records and throughout the centuries. It's estimated that there are over 1,800 different styles of cheese in the world today. While each type of cheese is made a little differently, the basic process is simple. Fresh milk is heated up, and then a rennet, which is an enzyme found in the lining of a cow's stomach or other ruminant animals, is used to curdle the milk. The curds are then left to press and dry, and then that's where each cheese gets its own specific characteristic after that. When building your cheese board, there are a few considerations you want to note. You want to use an aged cheese, soft. Here we have a firm, and then a blue cheese. So here we have some examples of the 4 different styles of cheese. We have a cave-aged Manchego. This is a 3-year-old Gouda. This is a red Leicester, which is almost like a cheddar. Moving on to the firm, we have a Manchego. We have an Asiago, and this is a Parmesan, but it's not Parmigiano Reggiano, it's Parmesan Sarvecchio. In the front here, we have our examples of our soft cheese. This is a Brillat Savarin. This is a Humboldt Fog, which is a goat cheese with a layer of ash in the middle, and then it's rubbed with the penicillin to make a brie, so you get a little bit of that brie on the outside, and the center is a little bit like a goat cheese. This is a goat cheese bijou. Moving over, we have our blue cheeses. This is a French style Stilton. Here we have a Roquefort. And then again, another one of my favorites, this is a Buttermilk Blue. So now that we've discussed our cheeses, let's talk about the accompaniments that we can have here. So here we have some French cornichons. These are smaller, very vinegary pickles, a lot different than the traditional kosher pickle that you're gonna try. These are Castelvetrano olives. Again, this is just a little bit, they have a better, creamier flavor, a little greener flavor. This, surprisingly, a lot of people may not know about. Whole grain mustard pairs very well with a cheddar style cheese. Here we have a fig jam. This is gonna go with our goat cheese style cheeses or our brie style cheese. Fig jam is spectacular with it. These are Peruvian pepperdew pepper drops. These are spectacular. Little sweet, little acidic. And then this one, a lot of people don't think about. This is a dark chocolate, and you can shave this like I've done here, or you can break it up into pieces and let your guests help themselves. Also here we have a fresh honeycomb with any style blue cheese or a gorgonzola cheese is spectacular. And then you can't go without having some kind of a fresh fruit on the board. Here we're gonna do some fresh grapes. Again, there's really no wrong or right answer. Whatever you like and whatever you wanna have fun with and experiment with it. So for today's cheese board, I'm going to be using, for a aged cheese, I'm going to be using the aged Gouda. For the firm cheese, I'm going to be using the Manchego. For the soft, I'm going to be using the Humboldt Fog goat. And for a blue, I'm going to be using the Stilton. So first I've got my aged Gouda. Now because this is probably going to be the hardest cheese that I have, I'm giving it a little bit of stability. I want it to be prominent on the board where when we put a knife into it, it's not going to tip, it's not going to fall. Then I know I got a Manchego. And then what I've done is I've sliced up some of the Manchego because this is traditionally how Manchego is served in Spain. Okay, next I've got that Humboldt Fog. So now I've got a kind of a sweet, I've got the tart, I've got that semi-firm. Lastly, and this is the one where I kind of give it its own little area to hang out in, this is the blue cheese. I'm going to start adding some accompaniments that I like to pair with some of the cheeses that I serve. So in this case, I'm going to start with the Manchego. And we have the Castelvetrano olives. This is a little bit greener, a little bit creamier of an olive. I'm just putting a few pieces around just for color. Again, we have these Peruvian pepper drop peppers. I'm just going to put a few of these on for color. Put that there. So you can see I have my own little tasting ready to go right here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that for the rest of these. Let's see, for the goat, I'm going to bring in this. This is a fig jam. And because this is thicker and I really want to show off that Humboldt, I'm just going to kind of put that right next to it so that everybody knows they can kind of pull a little bit of that. Next, that aged Gouda that we were talking about. This one here, we're gonna pair with some dark chocolate. So in this case, I'm just gonna put a piece of dark chocolate there. Then I have some shavings that I've done. I'm just gonna put this around here. All right, lastly, I have the blue cheese. This is that stilton we talked about. This is a fantastic fresh honeycomb and is spectacular. So all I have is the honeycomb, but I'm just gonna cut a little bit of this and I'm just gonna put it right over the top on this one. These are some more traditional pairings. I get a really good whole grain mustard with cheeses. I mean, this could go with the Gouda, this could go with the Manchego, even the blue to an extent. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of this down. And then here we have those cornichons, which are French pickles, which are very acidic. You can use to clean the palate in between all of the different cheeses that you're gonna be trying. So I'm just gonna maybe put these right here in the middle. And then lastly, again, we talked about having fruit. In this case, I'm using grapes. And then we have all these great additions that we can have with this. I mean, you can do fresh baked baguettes, you can tear the bread, some hand torn, you can have some different crackers, some other crackers here, wassa, you can do some toast points. There are a lot of different options. We have a sourdough here that's gonna pick up a lot of the flavors. In this case, I like to have harder crackers for the softer cheeses, and then the harder cheeses I like to have on a bread. That way you're not smashing the cracker when you try to eat it. The bread's gonna hold up to that firmer cheese as you take that complete bite through. It may look like a simple fork. This is used for the harder cheeses, things that are gonna kind of break apart. They don't really cut, they just kind of crumble when you do it. This we can use as a spreader, so this we're gonna wanna use for our softer cheese. So this I'm gonna put right here inside of the goat. My blue cheese, this is basically just a little kind of a chisel spatula type. Because the cheese is gonna be very thick and it's very creamy, I'm gonna put this in, and again, we can cut straight through. We can take a little bit of the honey off of this and we can cut right into the cheese with that. Then lastly, we have our Manchego, and we're gonna take this bad boy and we're gonna put this in, and that's our cheese board.